Every night, millions of people swipe, hoping, guessing, competing. Most never understand what's really happening. Attraction online isn't random, it's positioning, it's psychology, it's perception. One photo can elevate you, one message can separate you, one mistake can erase you. Modern dating isn't about love first. It's about strategy first. And the ones who understand the game don't chase, they attract. Love at first click. Dirty little secrets to succeed at modern online dating. Stop swiping blindly, start playing sharp.
Yo, it's official. Like a referee with a whistle. So like and share this episode. So man, I'm having some technical difficulties, man. My internet is crazy. Hey, let me know if you can hear me. That's what I really need to know for sure. You know, put yes. Type yes if you can hear me in the chat. That's what I really need to make sure. I don't want to be on here talking to my damn self. Type yes if you can hear me. You know. All right, cool. That's all I wanted to know. Appreciate that, Keith. That's all I wanted to know, man. You know. So hey, man, it's another Sunday afternoon, man. And you know, I'm gonna do like I always do, man. I'm gonna talk that talk, and we're gonna go out here and make it happen. You know, because time doesn't wait for nobody, man. Sometimes, man, you just gotta go out here and make it happen. You know, and nobody's gonna come and save you. Just know that. And no one else is gonna live your life. No one is coming to save you, and no one's gonna live your life. No one's gonna take over for you, take your life over, and say, "Hey, all right, have a nice day." No, that's not happening. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you don't like about your life, you're gonna have to do something about it. And I had to learn that the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Because I realized when I was in my late 20s that I'm out here by myself, and I gotta make a move. And at the time, I didn't really know what was the next move to make. That's the crazy thing, because I didn't really have nobody to talk about a lot of stuff I was going through. You know? Now, a lot of times, things take time, Keith. Things take time. You know, I looked at it back then. Back then, I looked at it like I'm only one relationship away. That's how I looked at it. I don't know who that person gonna be, but I'm only one relationship away from changing this shit around. And you know what? That's exactly what happened. After about a year or two, I met somebody, and everything changed just like that. You know. Now, a lot of people say that has a lot to do with faith, belief. Yeah, all of that. All that comes into play. Because you could give up. I could have gave up. But you know why I didn't give up? Because I wasn't raised to give up. I wasn't raised like that. Giving up is not, that's not in my psyche. I don't know how to give up. I don't know. That's not something that resonates with me. So regardless of what happens in this wild, crazy, beautiful world that we live in, I got to keep moving forward. Regardless of what happened, I got to keep moving forward. I can't stay stagnant. I can't complain too long. You know, yeah, it's okay to say, hey, what happened? And know that shit was unfair and all of it wasn't your fault. Yeah, that's cool. But what you gonna do about it? That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we get depressed and we get down on ourselves, we get sad. There's nothing wrong with that. That's called being human. But after a while, you got to get out that funk. You know what I'm saying? And shit happens. People pass away. People get sick around you. People might stop talking to you for whatever reason. You don't understand why they cut you off. You be like, yo, did I do something wrong? They don't even want to talk to you no more. You don't know what the hell you did wrong. But regardless of through all of that, you got to keep it moving. You can't stop. Time, they don't wait for nobody. You got to keep it moving, man. You know what I'm saying? And I learned that shit the hard way. It's crazy. All the people I met in my life, including jobs, never see these people. Exactly. No one tells you. I wish somebody would have told me that the job that I had in my 20s and 30s, man, I don't even see them people no more. I ain't seen them people in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? I see them on Facebook or whatever, but I don't see them in person. I haven't talked to them people in 20 years. And, and most of your time, if you have a job, most of your time is going to be spent on that job. Unless you're self-employed or something like that, or got your business or something like that. But if you work a 9 to 5, most of your time is going to be spent at that job with people that, in most cases, don't like you and you don't like them. But you have to find a way to coexist with them because maybe that's all you got. You know what I'm saying? And I've been there. I know how that shit feels. You're around people and you know they hate your guts. And they know it too. Y'all know y'all don't like each other. But through all of that, I was like, I'm only one relationship away from getting out of this situation. So I'm going to be the best I can be at any given time on that job or anywhere else where I choose to be. And I'm keeping moving, man. You know what I'm saying? Think about this for a second. If you can have a good attitude in a bad situation, what kind of attitude can you have in a good situation? Think about that for a second. You can have I'm gonna say that one more time. If you can find a way to have a good attitude in a bad situation, what type of attitude can you have in a good situation? And that's what I did, man. It's not easy. No one said it was easy. I don't even know if it's supposed to be easy, to be honest. I don't think it's supposed to be easy. I think situations like that is mostly a test to see how bad you really want it, And throughout that journey, that's how I came up with this book, Love at First Click. That's on your screen. This is how the book came about. This is how this book came about, Love at First Click. Because, like I said, in my mind, I always said I'm only one relationship away. And throughout this journey I was on, I'm meeting people from all over the place, from all over the world. Basically, I'm traveling across the country, around the world, meeting different people from all walks of life, rich, poor, homeless, prostitute, stripper, from the person in the ivory tower, you name it. I've met everybody from all walks of life. Who I can coexist around, who I don't like to be around, which type of personalities I don't like being around. Who's a liar, who's a scammer, who's a manipulator. I met every type of woman you could think of. You know what I'm saying? From the dope fiend on the corner to the prostitute to the you name it. I met every type of woman, damn near every type of person. From the dude that's in the mafia family from the 9 to 5 type dude. You probably think of, you know what I'm saying? Every type of person you could think of since I've been living, you know. But see, I was so naive because I'm basically traveling around these places and I'm trying to find the perfect place to live. I'm trying to find the perfect place to live at the time. But I found that there ain't no perfect place. There ain't no perfect place. What you have to do is find the perfect place for you. That's what you have to find. You have to find the perfect place for you. Because every country you go to, every city you go to, every state you go to, there's pros and cons. That's just what it is. So you're gonna have to find the perfect place for you. And this is why you can't really listen to somebody if you say, hey, how's I don't know, how's Brazil? They'll be like, oh, it's great. We had a good time, you know what I'm saying? The women are cool, blah, 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 this and that or whatever, right? And when you go there, you might say, oh man, it's all right. Bitch ain't all that. You know what I'm saying? So because everybody ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't the same. Everybody don't look at the same woman the same. One girl might be attractive to you, and the next girl might not be so attractive. You know what I'm saying? You got 5 guys looking at the same woman. One guy might say, hey, she's ugly. You might say that's a bad bitch. The other guy might say she eyed. And you know what I'm saying? So you can't really take what people say. Take what they say with a grain of salt. Unless there's some type of danger there, some shit like that. But looks is subjective. I mean, it really is. Because a girl might look at you and say, hey, you ugly. You know what I'm saying? I ain't attracted to you. And then the next broad might look at you and say, hey, you sexy. And on and on and on. That's just part of life. You know what I'm saying? Looks is subjective. This is why I treat every woman the same. I don't switch up, get brand new, or, do none of that shit. Because at the end of the day, regardless of how the woman looks, she's still a woman, regardless of her language, regardless of her culture, regardless of her upbringing. She might be, had a hard upbringing, so that might interrupt her growth as a human being, as an adult. Yeah, that happens. We don't get to pick our parents. We don't get to pick where we want to live when we're growing up. You know what I'm saying? That happens. But at the end of the day, she's still a woman. She's still a woman. I don't care if she's from fucking Mars. She's still a woman. She's, that's just what it is. Keith said, I'm 36. I was set up to fail in life. Most of us were set up to fail, Keith, including me. But we don't know it. We don't realize it. A lot of us think that, we don't really think like that. We kind of roam around and kind of act like, what things supposed to be this way, things supposed to be that way. A lot of us think like that. That's called being naive. If you're really honest with yourself, if you look at some of your ways of how you operate, how you move in society, or how you just your overall way of looking at things, you probably would say you have some ways about yourself that's that doesn't benefit you. It's not really in your best interest to do some of the things you do if you really want to live your best life. If you're really honest, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't really want to take the time to do that, because then, they don't really want to they don't really want to look at their parents in a certain type of way as being bad parents, or maybe maybe you were neglected as a kid. They don't want to question their parents. So that's why a lot of people don't do it. They don't question anything their parents did or the ways or the morals and values. They don't question anything. They kind of just assume that, hey, my parents knew best, for me when they was growing up or whatever. Sometimes that's true, sometimes it ain't. I think most parents, they could only teach what they knew at the time. And they did the best they could. But some of the shit you were taught as a kid, a lot of that shit, man, a lot of it was trash, man. If you're really honest. See, I always look at it like this. Your parents did the best they could. And now, at a certain point, it's going to be time for you to take over. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be time for you to live your life on your own terms. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how I always looked at it, Now, there's some people that might be fucking 30, 40 years old and still sucking on their mother's titties. They'd be like, God, their parents got them at a damn chokehold, damn near. I know some people like that. 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, As long as their parents were living, the parents kind of had them at a damn, at a chokehold. Like, hey, you got to do what I say. You know what I'm saying? And these people never really lived their own life until their parents passed away. And that's when they started doing things that they really wanted to do in life. But I think that's a very stressful way to live. You basically living by your parents' tone. Whatever your parents say, that's what goes. I think that's a very stressful way to live, in my opinion. And I'm happy my parents wasn't like that. My parents weren't like that. I believe my parents wanted the best for me. They did the best they can. And my parents, I think I kind of got lucky in a sense. Because my mom was like a fucking local celebrity. Everybody knew my mom, and she knew everybody. So I could not go nowhere in South Carolina, Georgia, North Carolina, Florida. I couldn't go nowhere without somebody knowing my mom and my dad. That's the crazy thing. Everybody knew my parents growing up. Everybody knew and I'm not even exaggerating when I say this. My parents were like local celebrities in South Carolina. Everybody knew them. Everywhere, every town I went to, I said, hey, you know such and such? Oh yeah, I know your mom. Yeah, I know them real good. I heard that so many times. And I used to always ask myself, how the hell did they meet all these goddamn people? And what happened is my mom was a part of a singing group when I was growing up. And they used to travel all across the country every Sunday. And that's how they met so many different people. Because my mom was a singer growing up. And they would travel all over the country, all over the state of South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, meeting different people from all walks of life. And that's how they met all these people, And whenever I would get into a jam, I would use my parents' name to get out of it. I'm not bullshit. Yeah, I'm not bullshitting. I would use my parents' name to get out of that shit if I got in a jam. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even bullshitting. I used my parents' name a couple of times to get out of jams. Hell, they my parents. Why not? Shit. Hey, it worked though. That's the thing. It worked. My parents laugh at me when I tell them I want financial freedom. Well, that's okay, man. they probably don't have it. So of course they're gonna laugh. Bro, people laugh at me when I told them I was writing my first book, bro. They laugh so hard, bro. They laugh hard. They're not laughing no more, but they laugh. When I wrote my first book, people laugh. You know what they told me, man? You ain't gonna believe this shit. You might believe it. They told me, who's gonna read that shit? Who's gonna read anything you write? And I was like, okay, motherfucker, I'll show you. I don't think you know how I was raised and who my parents was. I'll show your ass. But they ain't laughing no more. You know what I'm saying? Because I got two best-selling books, so they ain't laughing no more. So you gotta let, a lot of times when people laugh at you or don't believe in you, that's based on their belief. You know, that ain't really got nothing to do with you. So I don't even take it I don't even take it serious. I don't even let it get to me like that. So you know, now coming from your parents, you know, that might hit a little different. I get it. But look, your parents can only tell you or show you what they did or what they accomplished. And if they haven't done it, look, man, it's okay. Don't take it serious. You know, it might hurt because it's your parents. I get it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I never experienced that shit. Because, see, my parents never told me that I couldn't do it. I don't even think they knew what I couldn't do or couldn't do, but they just never said what I couldn't do. So I never really had the confidence of, well, I don't know, I feel like a fraud. I never really had that. I never experienced that. So I always looked at it like, whenever I decide to do something, I just make a decision and I just find a way. That's pretty much what always happens. I'll find somebody that done it already and show me the way, and then I'm off to the races. That's all I was looking at it, really. You know what I'm saying? That's really it. But you know, people could only tell you what they've done. If they haven't done it, well, shit, they don't know. They're just talking about it. You know, they're just projecting. Basically, the title of your video, 100% correct. Yeah, you know. Yeah, I mean, I treat all women the same. I mean, at the end of the day, she still put her pants on or a dress on or panties on. You know, I mean, and looks is subjective. You know what I'm saying? I mean, one guy might look at her, oh, that's an ugly bitch. You know what I'm saying? And the next guy might look at her, I might look at her, I said, she look good to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that really matters. She looks good to me because I'm going up in her. That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So looks is subjective. One girl might look at you and say, oh, he's handsome. Well, next girl might look at you, he eyed. Next girl might look at you, he's sexy. Next girl might look at him, he's okay, but he ain't the type that I would date. You know what I'm saying? So it's all that is going to be subjective from the male point of view and the woman's point of view. And that's just life in general. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, now when you start crossing over with these other groups, women, oh boy, that shit get wild, boy. You know, especially, let's take white women for a second. A white woman can be like, damn, I'm attracted to him. I don't know why, but I don't want to. You know, it'll be that type of shit. That wow shit. He'd be like, what? You know, it's like she's trying to fight. You know, that's you know, shit get wild on that other side. You know what I'm saying? But you can't let that. You can't really pay no attention to that type of shit, the good or the bad. You know what I'm saying? You just have to know who you are, and that's it. You just have to know who you are, and be confident in yourself, self-confidence, because that's where the real confidence is at, inside you. The confidence is not outside. You're not gonna find it. The confidence is inside you. That's where it's at. You know what I'm saying? And if you looking for a leader, the leader is go in the bathroom and look in the mirror. That's where the come from. Ain't gonna come in from the White House or from governor. Your staff room and look in the mirror. That's where the confidence is gonna come from. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's not going, and no one's coming to save you. No one's coming to save you, man. You know what I'm saying? No one's coming to save you, and no one's gonna take your life over for you. No one's gonna live your life for you, and no one ever is gonna have your best interests at heart. No one. Your parents, your sister, your brother, your kids. No, it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? That's a fantasy. What people be thinking, oh man, they think about me all the time. Nobody goes to bed thinking about you or wakes up in the morning thinking about you unless you have some type of impact on their livelihood. That's the only way. You know what I'm saying? Now there's some women out here might when they wake up in the morning, they might be thinking about you. But that has you made a hell of an impact on her. That happens. But for the most part, no. You know what I'm saying? If that ain't the case, nobody goes to bed thinking about you. My man, I can't wait until I meet Keith in the morning. I'll meet him tomorrow. Hell no. No. It don't work like that. People are not into you like that unless you have some major impact on their livelihood. That's the only way. You know what I'm saying? That's just reality. Because a lot of people were taught that, they think that people are into them like that. They act like somehow they're special. Like people are thinking about them all the time. People thinking about what they're into and their lifestyle and how they live and where they live. No, people are not into you like that. No, especially when you're young. No. Now, but you don't find this shit out until you get older. 10, 20 years might go by and you don't even see them people no more. Maybe she was a bad bitch at one time. She ain't a bad bitch no more. She's all drugged up, fat, sloppy. She ain't no bad bitch no more. She done fell the fuck off. She done got beat up by life. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when 10, 20, 30 years goes by. You be like, damn, she ain't fine. You be like, she might be offering you the phone number. You don't want the phone number no more. You be like, damn, no, I don't want to hit that no more. No, I'll pass. You might have taken the phone number for her, and as soon as she walk away, you throw the number in the trash. You know what I'm saying? But throughout all that shit, man, I always looked at it like I'm only one person away, one relationship away. And again, that's how this book came about. Love at First Click. That's how this book came about, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is like a book I've been sitting on for like 6 years, really. You know what I'm saying? I talked about all the trials and tribulations and schemes and scams and things I've experienced. And you know what's crazy? Through all my wild experiences, nothing ever happened to me. Like physically. Nothing ever happened to me. Nobody ever touched me or, wanted to get at me or no. Because, I realized that I get respect. Respect goes a long way out in these streets. Respect goes a long way. And respect will last much longer than me or you. Yeah. It ain't enough today it ain't enough to just talk a good game. Them days is over. Like talking a good game. No, today you got to show and tell. Today. You got to show and tell, and they have to feel you. People have to feel you today. You have to show, tell, and they have to feel you. And let me tell you why it's like this. Because it's too many goddamn lies out here today. People be lying their ass off today. That's why things are the way they are out here. It used to be at one point, you could give somebody your word, and that would be it. That'd be good enough. But that ain't good. That ain't good enough no more. No, that ain't good enough no more. Because the guys be lying and the women be lying. That's the problem. Everybody be lying. Everybody be lying, man. So people are kind of tired. People are always skeptical. There's people lying, scamming, doing all kind of wild, crazy shit out here. So today, man, when someone's in your presence, not only do you have to talk the talk, you have to walk the walk. And they have to feel you when you're talking. And plus, if it's a woman, you're going to have to be bold. You're going to have to do something to really make sure that she knows that you're serious. I don't know what that is. That could be a lot of different things. But like I said, today ain't enough to just talk all the goddamn time. Just them days is over. It's a whole different vibe out here today. It's a whole different vibe out here today. Keith, I have 0 friends or women in my life. Oh, come on, man. You got to do better than that, bro. I mean, friends is, I don't really have a lot of friends either. This is small. You don't need a lot of friends. You just need a small circle of people around you, really. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to women, man, there's too many women out here, bro. And I'm not saying you got to be cool with every woman you meet, but there's too many women out here. Now most of the women you meet, they're not gonna be somebody you want to take home to mom. But you probably work with some women. Or you probably live around some women. Women are at the damn store, Walmart, Target. It's just too many women, bro, not to. They're online. You can get at them online. Hey, Keith, go get my book, Love at First Click. It's on your screen on Amazon. It's too many women out here, bro. It's like fish in a barrel out here today, bro. It's too many women out here. And like I said, everybody you meet ain't gonna be somebody you want to take home to mom. You know what I'm saying? But when you're out and about, there's women everywhere. Today it's like the way things are today. I never thought it would ever happen. I never thought I would see where you have packs of women are taking trips on the weekend or taking vacations and shit. When I was growing up, man, that was some weirdo shit, bro. You didn't have no pack of women traveling together, girl trip. Bro, that was some weirdo shit when I was growing up. But today you have 5, 10 women going to Jamaica and no man in sight. Come on, man. That's some weirdo shit. And check this out. If you got 5, 10 women taking a girl trip anywhere, you can best believe somebody's licking on somebody. You damn right. You got 10 women in the pack of women going to Jamaica on some damn island. Somebody's licking on somebody. If ain't no man around. You know what I'm saying? That's guaranteed. It's no, you know, it ain't no goddamn way. You know, today it's just too many damn women. You're gonna have to filter out, you know, but you can find somebody that'll be into you. I'm not in bullshit. Today it's much way easier than it used to be compared to when I was in my 20s. When I was in my 20s, you had to spit. You had to spit. When I was in my early 20s, there wasn't no damn Plenty of Fish. No. No. When I'm 19, it wasn't no Plenty of Fish. No. There wasn't no, you had to physically go to the club, go to the store, go to the game, go to the, go to the church. You had to physically go to school and you had to physically meet people. Today, shit, I ain't got to leave my house. I can have somebody sitting in. I can see her tomorrow. Damn, I can see them tomorrow in my couple. Check this out. I can be talking to somebody, chatting with somebody online, and I can be talking to them on the phone tomorrow. And within a couple months, they can be flying somewhere to see me in person. Man, that shit was impossible when I was growing up. I didn't know nobody that was from Kenya when I was growing up, Nigeria when I was growing up, Brazil when I was growing up. I didn't know anybody from these places. Japan when I was growing up. I didn't know anybody from these places when I was growing up. But today I know people in all these goddamn places. And they're willing to meet me in person. That shit it wasn't even an option back then. And a lot of these broads, they're better looking than most women, in my opinion. Like I said, looks are subjective. But to me, most of these women are better looking than the average woman. You know what I'm saying? But the point I'm trying to make is you have more options today than ever before. Now, is it a lot of trash out here? A lot of scheming and scamming? Hell yeah, you better believe it. They are. You just got to know what to look for. You know what I'm saying? You got to know what to look for. A lot of this comes with experience. And you just keep living. It should have become natural. It's kind of like living in a big city. If you live in a big city, you get used to it after a while. You be like, okay, she said this, that means that. He said this, that means that. You got to read between the lines. That it's kind of like the same thing, Yeah, it's like there's certain, that's just what it is. You just become accustomed to certain things over time, and you get good at it. At least you can get good at it. You know what I'm saying? But to say you have no women in your life, Come on, man. You know, come on, man. Even a booty call. I mean, that's like the bottom. That's like the bottom of the barrel type of broad. But I mean, come on, man. Not in today's time, man. I mean, 10, 15 years ago, I'd have gave you some slack. But today, no. Uh-uh. And the crazy thing is, most of the guys are treating all the women the same. You might have an attractive girl. Most guys kiss her ass all day long. All day long. I won't. I treat them all the same. It's like, okay, yeah, she look good. Yeah, damn. Okay, bro. Take it easy. Shit. You start doing some goofy shit, paying every goddamn thing, buying gift, show up with roses the first day and all kind of wild shit. Come on, man. Show up with red roses the first day. Damn. Boy, he's in love. Red roses the first day? Damn. I mean, you don't gotta show. You can buy roses, but just don't let it be red. Red means that's a sign of your love. Damn. That's not that's just, I wasn't taught that growing up. A lot of people be doing too much, too fast. That's the problem. And there's no rush. Most things that happen fast usually don't last long. My parents used to tell me how people come in is how they leave. How people come in is how they leave. That's usually what happens. If they come in fast, they're usually not going to stay long. If they come in slow, they're usually going to stay. It's probably going to be a while before they leave, if ever. But most people, they come in and leave. That's most people. That's the average people. Average people, they're not gonna really stay because, they're looking for something that you're not looking for. Y'all not on the same page. A lot of people kind of coming in and they're trying to take where they can get, and they're out. Whatever that is, they come in, grab, they're out. That's most people. That's the average man and woman. They especially if they know that they can't if they don't want to upgrade themselves, because they might see you as someone that's doing some fly shit, right? And they be like, "Oh, I can't live up to all that shit he on." No, So they already know, but they know who they are. So they be like, "Look." They'll stick around for a while and they'll be gone. They'll just move on to the next person. That's what usually happens. And you can kind of tell they start giving you hints. They start talking about how they're gonna stick around for a while and all this shit or whatever. And they start giving little hints here and there about how they happy to get to know you, and they're gonna be around for a long time and this and that. And that's how you kind of know that this broad she's gonna be gone in the next couple months. They're talking good game, but usually don't pan out. People that are genuine, they don't even bring up stuff like that. Talk like that. Because they're just in the moment. When they're around you, they're in the moment. So they're not really planning ahead of time and all this bullshit. Planning on having a future together. But if y'all just met, and she's planning 2, 3, 6 months ahead of time, and you be like, "What the hell are you talking about? I just met you last month, yo. You know what the hell are you talking about? You on some other shit." That's how you know. Yeah, she's on some other shit. Y'all not on the same page. And she started acting like, she's better than you at some point, and then she'll fall back, and she'll damn near every time you meet her, it's like a damn different person, unless y'all having sex. You know what I'm saying? If y'all not having sex, damn near every time you meet her, it's a different person. And that's how you know that this ain't gonna last. It's just not. And regardless how good she might look, it ain't gonna last. This is why it takes time to get to know people. It takes time to get to know people because people a lot of people put up a good front. You got to see them around different people, different environments, how they act. You got to see them when they're stressed out, how they act, how they handle it. You got to see them, test them out. If something happens to you, maybe I don't know, shit happens in life. Something might happen to you. You might need a favor one day. You got to test them out, see how they react. Yeah, you got, and if you choose to go out of town with them one weekend, see how they take them out of their environment, see how they act. That's how you get to know people. Take them out of their regular environment. That's the fastest way. And who they hanging around, what type of friends they got. That's going to tell you a lot right there. That's going to tell you a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's going to tell you a lot. They're hanging around some old hood rat. Yeah, that's, and maybe the hood rat hasn't upgraded herself and she's probably 30-something years old, 40-something years old, still talking the same old hood shit. Yeah, and she's hanging around that girl. Yeah, that's not good. Not at 35, 40 years old. No. No. At some point, even the person that grew up in the hood wants to upgrade and get away from the bullshit. Because even they got enough sense to know that how they grew up wasn't the best way. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how she looks, regardless of her upbringing, she got enough sense to know that, hey, this ain't really how she want her life to end up. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, it's not, we can't pick our parents. You know what I'm saying? But we can pick how, at some point, we can pick how we want our life to go in the future. We can control that. We can choose to make a decision. Hey, I want my life to be like this. You know what I'm saying? I want to live my life in this town, this city. You know what I'm saying? We can choose to do that. Hey, I want to live my life with this type of man. You know what I'm saying? Or this type of girl. So we can choose. We can make a decision to do that. And that ain't got nothing to do with our parents. That ain't got nothing to do with our upbringing. That ain't got nothing to do with where we from. You know what I'm saying? We can, that's on us at the end of the day. That ain't really got nothing to do with the woman that we're around. Either she coming or staying. That's what at the end of the day, that's what it's gonna come down to. Either she coming or staying. She forget all the arguing and back and forth. Either you're coming or staying. Which one is it? That's what it really comes down to. And if she says she ain't coming, well, that's cool. Well, I guess it wasn't meant to be. You know what I'm saying? You know, and all that bullshit. Well, I ain't never been there before. I don't want to do none of that. I don't want to go there. I have no desire to do this. I have no desire to do that. Well, that's great. I'm happy you told me that. So I guess it wasn't meant to be. And that's okay. She ain't for you. She did you a favor. You just don't realize it. You know what I'm saying? And the earlier you find out that she ain't the one for you, the better. So you can move on. You can move on and don't waste each other's time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I had someone tell me that last month. Oh, I have no desire to do this and do that and do this and do that. Oh, good. That's okay. You have a nice day. That was the end of that. You know what I'm saying? No problem. Shit. You know? Because, you shut one door, open the next one. That's how it go. That's life. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be around nobody that don't want to be around you. You don't want to be around somebody that you got to be doing shit. You got to damn near buy her. You got so many goddamn conditions to be around this person. Hell no. That's nonsense. No. No, No, you don't want to be around nobody like that. You got to be a certain type of way for them to be around you and all this nonsense. Hell no. That's very stressful. That's a very stressful way to live. They make you wait for everything. No. There's always a damn time sticker for every goddamn thing. No. No, There's no time sticker for nothing. No. No, those are red flags. You know what I'm saying? That means she really ain't feeling you like that. Regardless of how she looks. She can be a damn dime piece. And telling you to wait on this and we got 2 months left and all this nonsense and the hell with all that shit. Either she in or out. That's it. Either she coming or she staying. That's it. Either she down or she not. That's it. Either you're gonna meet up or you're not. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And every day, y'all even moving forward towards each other or away. That's it. And a lot of times you can pick up on this when you communicating with somebody. You pick up the vibe. You pick up the vibe. You ain't got to, I don't even have to talk to somebody. I can tell by the way they text or the email they write me, what the vibe like. You know what I'm saying? And if you're honest, you can tell too. You can tell if somebody's warming up to you or if they're not. You can tell if someone's feeling you if they're not. You know what I'm saying? She wants you to sacrifice for everything, but she don't want to sacrifice for anything. She wants you to travel all the way to where she live at, and she don't want to do anything. She just want to stay where she at in her raggedy ass house or apartment, wherever she live, while you travel 7-8 hours to see her for the weekend. And when you get there, you ain't even like her. You don't even like how she look. Her house nasty, her apartment nasty, wherever she live at, and she stink. So now you done wasted 8 hours to see this broad, and now you turned off. And now shit, you came there on a Thursday, and your flight leave on a Sunday, and now you like, God damn, man. You know what I'm saying? And you done sacrificed your time and your money, and she didn't have to do anything. All she had to do, and she didn't even pick you up from the airport. That's disrespectful. She didn't pick you up from the airport. You had to fucking catch a cab or to where she live at, or catch a cab to the hotel, wherever you staying at. She wasn't even at the airport. You done travel. Think about this for a second. You done travel 7-8 hours to where she at. She can't even meet you at the airport. And you know what her excuse is? Oh, I just couldn't make it. It wasn't no, or I'm at work, or no, it wasn't none of that. She said, oh, I just couldn't make it. That's all. Mad disrespectful. You know? And that's your fault. Because you should have made her, she got to do something the first time y'all meet. Y'all got to meet somewhere else, a mutual ground, something. I ain't going all the way where she from, where she live at. Hell no, not the first time. The second time, okay, maybe so. One, no, So, but that tells you she ain't really feeling you like that. Because if she was really feeling you like that, shit, she wouldn't care. She would come all the way where you were located. She would find a way, even if she didn't have the money. You know what I'm saying? But even still, then you would say, "Hey, no, we can meet halfway, or we can meet another destination. You know, mutual ground or whatever." But if you were to tell her, "Hey, just come where I live," no problem. And she might didn't have the money, she would have came up with the fucking money. If she wanted to, that's how bad she wanted to see you. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you what I know. I'm not telling you what I heard. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. That's how the shit goes down in real life. You know? That's how it goes down in real life, man. You know? But see, nobody tells you this. You have to experience this. And a lot of it comes with just living life and meeting a bunch of different people from all walks of life, just like I did. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's all I got. If you like this video, share this video, and go get my best-selling book, Love at First Click, which can be found on Amazon.com or anywhere where books are sold. So again, like, share this video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.
Do you find yourself struggling to meet women through online dating apps? Are you tired of constantly swiping left with no success and not knowing what to say to get the attention of a woman? Look no further. Our expert tips and tricks will give you the confidence you need to succeed in the online dating world. It's time to start taking control of your dating life and master the art of online dating. Imagine meeting some of the most attractive women in the world. Our game-changing program will help you navigate the world of online dating with confidence and charm. From creating a standout profile to crafting the perfect message, we've got you covered every step of the way. Our program covers everything you need to know to make a lasting impression. Say goodbye to endless swiping and hello to meaningful connections with the women of your dreams. Join the countless men who have found success in meeting women through online dating by following our time-tested and proven strategies. Take the first step towards improving your dating life today. Master the art of online dating and take your game to the next level. With our proven strategies, you'll be a pro at online dating in no time. So don't wait. Go to onlinedatingfordummies.com and get started today. And take control of your dating life, and you'll be light years ahead of most men with our groundbreaking program. Get ready to swipe right with confidence and watch your success explode. So don't wait. Get started today by going to onlinedatingfordummies.com and take the first step towards finding your perfect match.